Hey y'all, it's your girl Shay Elise back with another video. Today we're going to be doing this cute lime green peekaboo install. So this is my cousin. She also has her own lines. We're going to link that stuff below. She has her own clothing line and her own skincare line that she actually just launched. So she made this wig and I installed it and colored it for her. So if y'all want to see how we got this really cute look, just stay tuned and watch the video. So this is the dye that we use. It's Tintation by Kiss. The Limelight is T110. So it's a lime color. It's really pretty. She went ahead and sectioned it all out for me already. So we did a peak, like a bang in the front, and then she did all of the back with a little, like 1 or 2 tracks underneath it. So here's me going ahead and just applying that dye, making sure it's completely saturated. I went through it a few times, and then as you can see, I just kept saturating it. I would comb through it, and then make sure it was completely saturated to get that bold neon green color. So after applying it, it took about maybe 10 minutes to apply all the dye, and the bottle said to let it sit for about 15 minutes. So all in all, the dye stayed in there for about, I guess, 25 minutes. And she's so silly. This is what the hair looked like after we finished washing the dye out. And here I am, I'm going ahead and starting that blow drying process. She actually started it first, but she wasn't getting it good enough, so I had to take over and go ahead and blow that thing out real nice and quick. So you're gonna see some light skin arms at first, and you're gonna see my arms pop in to go ahead and take over to get that thing to get that thing dried out real good. So here's the hair after it's completely blow dried. You guys can see it's already really vibrant. My ring light definitely did it justice. You can see how light it is. It is that lime neon green color. So it was really cute. The hair was really soft still. And this dye, y'all, smelled so good. Smelled so good. So that was another plus, since the dye smelled good. So when you put it on your head, you're gonna smell the dye and it's gonna just smell great, and you're gonna feel like you're really cute. So I told her to put the cap on and she wanted to be silly, so that's what you get when you want to be silly. So I went ahead and put the wig on her head. I braided the front because she wanted to do a Chinese bang at first, but then we ended up going with a just regular middle part. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but the black from her dome cap that she used was peeking through. So I just went ahead and cut that out, and you won't really be able to see it after I swoop it and style it and everything. But that was one concern that we did have, that you could see the black cap. But we'll fix that later in the video. So now I'm just about to go ahead and just start straightening it all around, so y'all can just go ahead and watch that. I think around here was where we kind of decided that we didn't really want to do the Chinese bang anymore. So for my bald cap method, I always use the Got to Be Free spray. Oh, like I said, I use the Got to Be Free spray, and I'll spray a good bit there. And then I'll just leave it to let it dry. And usually while it's drying, I'll go ahead and pluck or style the wig or do whatever. So here I am plucking it. And then I, section the baby hairs off to braid those away. And here I'm going to use my Lace Tint spray by Lace Tint Queen on Instagram. So to speed up the process, I always use my blow dryer to dry the lace tint on it faster. And after that, it's all tinted and pretty. So after all of that, the Got To Be Free spray is usually dry by now. So I'm going ahead and cutting that cap off, and then I'm going to sew the sides down because she did want to wear it long term, so I went ahead and sewed that cap down for her so she wouldn't have to worry about anything. So after that, I cut the rest and the excess off, and then I'll go in with some eyeshadow to match it perfectly to her skin tone to make it that seamless bald cap method. And then I always clean off their foreheads with a little bit of alcohol. So here we're trying on the wig again so I can see if it's melting good and everything. Like I said, you still can see those black tips a little bit, but we'll worry about that later. So here I'm going ahead and using my Bold Hold Active, and I'm putting, I think I put 2 layers of the glue onto her forehead, and I always go in and clean up with a alcohol cotton swab to make sure that that glue is a perfect line. So after it's dry, completely dry, no white spots at all, y'all, make sure it is 100% completely dry. I'm gonna go ahead and lay that lace and push it down onto her skin. And you don't want to use your fingers too much for this part because you don't want this oils from your fingertips to get into that lace, so it'll stay as long as it possibly can. So you're gonna want to go in with your comb and use that to kind of brush it and press it into their skin so it can get that melted look. So like I said earlier, we decided to not go with that Chinese bang, so here I am going ahead and starting with that middle part. You don't want to cut the baby hairs just yet, so I'm going to go ahead and tuck those away for the time being. The ends were a little frayed, so I went ahead and trimmed it, just like I would trim anybody else's hair. So I went ahead and trimmed all around, and here I am trimming the hair to make sure it has that flowy type of look, so it's as voluminous as can be. So after all that's cut, you want to go ahead and style your front. So I went ahead and laid the baby hairs down with Got To Be gel so they'd stay as long as possible because she doesn't live here, she lives out of town, and I wanted this style to last as long as possible. So then after that, I went ahead and tied down with a wrap-it. I tied down the edges and that front piece of the lace. I used my wax stick on the sides on that part, and I plucked apart a little bit. So after that, I went ahead and went in with my hot comb. You know, everybody gets nervous with this part. Everybody gets nervous. So here I was telling her that I could still kind of see the black tabs on the side, but I was trying to style the hair and straighten it down to where it would lay in front of the tabs. So here I am doing that, so you guys can go ahead and watch that. So after all of that, I went ahead and gave the ends just a tiny little bump, a subtle bump, since it was kind of, it's a bob, but it's more like a lob, and I didn't want the ends to just be straight, completely straight, so I went ahead and added a slight teeny little bump to it. It wasn't laying flat enough for me, so here I come with the hot comb again. So after all that was done, the style is pretty much for the most part finished. So like I say in all my videos, this is the part where, you know, me as a stylist and y'all as a client are like, oh, we are finally done. She's cutting this wrap off and it's time for the big reveal. Yeah, I did not mean for that to get stuck. Oopsies! Alright y'all, so here's the final look. Here's the front, and of course, you know, I always pan to the back, and I'm gonna also let y'all get a really good look at the lace in the front. So here's the lace in the front. You can see it's melted really good. Looks just like her scalp. And here's the side with that little peekaboo strand in the front. And I'm also gonna show y'all the peekaboo color in the back. Y'all look so good. She loved it. She wore this wig for longer than I expected her to. My cousin is always changing her hair up just like me. So I really was surprised that she kept this hair in as long as she did. But like always, y'all, like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.